Oh boy, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time since I've listened to anything on the channel classical related at all, so I figured what better way to jump back into the classical pot. Why am I jumping into a pot? Into the classical stew. Why am I jumping into... We're going to listen to the planets. We're going to move on into the next track. I guess if you want to say track. The next part, Gustav Holst. We're going to listen to Venus, the bringer of peace. This, of course, comes after Mars, the bringer of war, which is a very incendiary, adventurous, and, for lack of a better word, epic kind of piece. So I figured let's just go ahead and move on into the next one. Listen to Venus. It's been a while, like I said, since we've listened to anything classical. And I was looking at all the suggestions, recommendations. I'm like, you know what? I'm in the mood for some classical music. So let's go ahead and do that if you don't mind. And here we go. That definitely felt like peace. I feel so relaxed. Feel incredibly relaxed listening to that. Just this beautiful piece of serenity, especially, like I said, after war. Which, Mars, right? Like I said, I mean, that is the epic, warlike sound. It is so bombastic, very dramatic. It's just like fiery and built with fire and fury. And after war, of course, you need a peace, you need rest. And Venus perfectly provides that with beautiful sweeping strings. You have some harp in there as well. And then sometimes it does swell up just a little bit. As if, the way I was thinking, after war, there's still remnants of war afterwards. There's still those ashes that linger. There's still that smoke even after the fires have been subdued. So those swells in the music, even in Venus, while they don't carry the same dramatic weight as they did in Mars, there's still those little remnants that kind of filter through and still act as kind of remembrance and reminders of war, even in times of peace, never to be forgotten. At least that's what I felt listening to it, as those parts would rise up in the music. But this was the perfect companion piece to listen to after Mars, which, like I said, was just such a up here kind of piece. You needed a rest, you needed a stress relief, you needed something kind of down here to just kind of wash all of that pain away. Now, taken on its own, I could hear how maybe you would think it's boring or something like that, but when you put it together, and I'm sure alongside of the rest of the other planets and the rest of the suite, it all comes together very well. You know, it's incredibly gorgeous. I'm just looking at here at some of the information. And by the way, the version I'm listening to, because I know it's performed by so many different symphonies and such, this is from the Berliner Philharmoniker, led by Herbert von Karajan. Just so you know which performance of this piece that I listened to. Looking on Wikipedia, it says the second movement begins, Adagio, in 4/4. According to Imogen Holst, Venus has to try and bring the right answer to Mars. The movement opens with a solo horn theme, answered quietly by the flutes and oboes, a second theme given a solo violin. The music proceeds tranquilly with oscillating chords from flutes and harps with decoration from the celesta. Maybe I wasn't listening. I didn't hear the celesta. Listen, my classical ears are not trained at all. Looking here, it says that the oboe solo in the central largo is one of the last romantic melodies Holst allowed himself before turning to a more austere, I hope I said that right, manner in later works. Leo called the planet the most fortunate star under which to be born. Short calls Holst Venus one of the most sublime evocations of peace in music. And I mean, it definitely is. You know, even though it is serene and tranquil, it still has those little brief rises, which I think kind of add to the actual emotional power beneath the waves of Venus, if you will. Really nice, really nice. Love that. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of the piece. You can let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed listening to this alongside me. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon and all that stuff. But thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed the music, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.